Really, really pleased with our effort today. I told the guys, some of you guys that cover us know, this was a huge game for us because we've been a team kind of in past years when it hasn't gone well. It's been an extended losing streak. My first year, we're 5-5 and we lose 7 in a row. Last year, we win our first game and then we lose 10 in a row. So we had a tough week last week against two really good teams, Maryland and Ohio State, and this was a big game for us today to, kind of test where we were at as a team, and just really pleased. I thought it was a team win. It wasn't the BMAC and Trey show, although those guys did a good job. I thought we got great contributions from a lot of players, and I thought we really functioned well offensively. We moved the ball. We did a pretty good job against their pressure. Had some careless turnovers. We had 10 in the first half, only 3 in the second. But I thought our efficiency was really good. We were moving the ball. We were making the extra pass. And a lot of guys stepped up and made shots. And just a really good win for us. Anytime you can win on the road in the Big Ten, you got to savor it because it's not easy in this league. So we're going to enjoy this one today and head home. And we got a quick turnaround against a Wisconsin team that, I heard took Maryland to the buzzer today. So they're going to be a determined good team coming into our building.
Coach, what do you make of the margin victory? It hasn't happened at home here for Minnesota like this against Northwestern.
Well, I just thought it was one of those games. It's not indicative. On a given night, those guys can beat us. They have talent, and Richard is a really good friend of mine, and he's building this. He's got a lot of young guys, and I kind of know the feeling. Last year, my first 2 years, really. You're trying to play a lot of young guys and get them to realize what it takes to play in this league, and what I see with him, I love where his program's headed, and it just so happened today we got it going and got it rolling, and it was just one of those days. I don't make anything of the margin. We just played good today, and they weren't quite on their game.
Ohio State and Maryland really clamped down on your shooters in that man-to-man. Do you think it was more difficult for Minnesota to do that because they were in a zone?
Excuse me, sorry. Maybe, in a zone, you got to really talk. It's harder in a zone, because you have a tendency, you have to really rely on guys to cover your back when you're playing areas. And I thought we were able to get. I thought we got some in transition too in the first half. Aaron got a few, and I thought Aaron's shooting really opened up the game for us in the first half. But I just thought we functioned well offensively. I thought we didn't panic. We didn't have Bryant and Trey trying to do too much. They hit the open guys. We made the right reads, and we made shots. That's part of it too. Even though those teams we played last game played really good defense, we also missed open shots. And tonight we made open shots. And we can analyze a lot about the game. Sometimes it's just, do you make shots when you're open or do you miss? And tonight we made them.
Was moving Aaron around against zone and trying to overload sides of the floor, was that a big part of the game plan?
Yeah. We were trying to get him lost, because they play an aggressive zone. They really extend. Our zone is more compact. Their zone, they really extended out by half court, and we felt like there were some gaps in the middle of the floor, and I was really proud. I thought first play of the second half, Sanjay flashed in there, made a great pass to Joey for a dunk. Aaron got in there, got a shot, tap horn in the first half. I thought we were able to get the ball in the middle of the floor and find some guys and have some success.
Coach, were you surprised being able to get the ball deep, particularly the first half against that zone? You mentioned they play high,
Yeah.
but you were able to get an open man underneath.
Yeah, I just thought our guys really did a good job finding the open areas. They're aggressive in their zone. We play a lot of zone. So, we have a little bit of a familiarity because we practice against zone a lot because we play a lot of zone. So, I like when our guys, we get spaced pretty well. We have good passers. We have good shooting. So, we have an ability to really stretch out the defense. And if we're hitting shots, it's tough because you got to be, where's Falzone? Where's Lindsey? Those you got to account for those other guys, and then it opens up some other things for drives and the ability to get the ball into the middle.
In the last few games, it seems like there's been a lot more freedom in your zone to roam and transition. What's been the idea behind that?
Well, we're just trying to get better at it. It's kind of a zone man, really. It's in scouting we kind of study what teams try to do, and we try to form our zone based on what the opponent is. So it kind of takes on different for him sometimes. Sometimes we follow some cutters. If, for us, our main goal tonight was to stay with King. He was the guy, and he and Mason obviously are their two best guys, but I just feel like when King has it rolling, that's when Minnesota plays really well. So, for him to only get 3 shots, forget about he only made 1 3, he only got 3 shots. That was a big focus, which I was proud of because I didn't think we did a good job. Last game, we allowed Cam Williams, who was a great shooter, to get a number of wide open shots. I thought we did a much better job tonight finding the best shooters on the other team.
Coach, you probably haven't had many kids have 11 assists in one ballgame.
Yeah, I got a special point guard. I love Bryant. He's an elite player. There's going to be many more of those in his career. I mean, he's got a great ability, and the more pieces you put around him, and the more firepower you put around him, you're going to see more nights like that because he wants to pass, and he's got great vision. And in order to get assists, guys have to make shots. So I thought he did a good job he was a little winded today, and I took a lot of the blame on myself for the last game, not getting him some breaks, and I thought just even getting Jordan in there for 8 minutes and getting Brian a couple minutes here, a couple minutes there, I have to do that, and that was a mistake that I made in the last game. I thought Bryant was worn out the last 8 minutes, and that was on me, and I have to do a better job of getting him some subs, and so he can be fresh for the entire game.
What Coach team is going through right now? Last year when you're 10 in a row, how did you keep your team positive and able to overcome that?
Yeah, it's hard. It's not easy. I mean, when you're a competitor, and you kind of know when you're building. I mean, both of us came in at the same time, so we're both in year 3. We're both we're young guys. We've bonded a lot. Just we grew up with basketball. Him with his dad, me with mine. We've talked a lot, in the summers when we see each other. We spend time, and it's you got to just try to find the small victories, even if you're not getting wins. I mean, that's what I tried to do last year. I tried to find small things, ways we were improving, to keep the morale up. Obviously, when you're going through it, you got to try some different things, maybe different lineups, different practice methods, or, those were just things I did. But at the end of the day, there's no exact science of getting through it. I will tell you, because I see, this is a program on the right track. I mean, even though they're struggling right now. I mean, Nate Mason is a sophomore, Jordan Murphy is a freshman. I've played against Reggie Lynch, who's sitting out. He's a difference maker. Amir Coffey, his sister plays for our women's team. He's a stud. I mean, they're going to get this thing going, and Richard is. And it's just tough when you're building because the wins and losses as you're going through it, that's the end result right now. But I know that, in these next couple years, this is going to be a tough team to play.
Going back to Luke's question about zone and how it's like not very rigid, how you can do different things in it. Do you think that's going to make it the success with it more sustainable throughout conference play as teams?
Yeah, I mean, because, obviously teams, we've done a lot of that now. We've played primarily zone in the Big Ten, and our guys are comfortable. I mean, it's not like, inherently I'd love to play man-to-man, but our guys really like it. They believe in it. And so a lot of times you have to go with that because it's what they believe in the best. And we've had some success, really, the Ohio State game and Maryland. I mean, Maryland got us a lot of points off turnovers and runouts, but I felt like even against Maryland and Ohio State, it wasn't our defense to beat us. It was our inability to score the ball and take care of it. So I feel like we've done a good job, but it's just like anything. The more you play something, coaches are really good in this league. So we got to be good about, in preparation, really talking well, being able to continue to get better in our zone as we move on the league, because the more people see it, the more comfortable they're going to be playing against it.
You spoke about McIntosh and Demps taking fewer shots, having less pressure on them. Just Demps in particular, did you notice anything different about his game?
Yeah, you know what? I thought he played with a smile. That was, Trey cares so much. I love Trey. He's a warrior. He's the ultimate competitor, and he's been with me from day one, and we've really bonded right away because he's a gym rat, and I know how badly he wants this to go well for himself and the team. And sometimes when you're like that, though, you can put a lot of pressure on yourself, to make it happen. And, I thought the thing I was most proud of talking to him the last couple of days is let's just get back to the joy of playing basketball. Forget about what's on your shoulders, what you need to do for this team. I just want you to have fun playing. and get back to the guy the first 13 games that was getting assists and make. I mean, he had some great passes today where he got it in there, dumped it off to the big guys. I thought he had a couple great kickouts. I thought he trusted his teammates well today. And then he's still going to be a big scorer for us and going to be our leading scorer and the guy we go to when it matters most. But I just thought his demeanor was great. He didn't play with that look of undue pressure on him. And that's what I want for him this last part of his senior year.